Have you imagined what it's like living in the White House? As you can imagine, it's a pretty sweet deal. You have a chef and kitchen staff available at all hours of the day to make you delicious and healthy meals. You're given a redecorating budget of $100,000 and you have a full-time staff ready to fulfill your every need. It's a sweet life indeed. It does come with a few drawbacks. For one thing, your freedom is limited in some ways, such as go wherever you want without being granted approval. You won't be allowed to open windows or change certain rooms. Even your phone will be under scrutiny and be installed with heavy security settings. So after living in the White House between 4 to 8 years under such conditions, do you ever wonder what it's like for the presidents and their families to transition back into the normal life of a US citizen? Former presidents are supported well so that they can transition smoothly back to normal living. But where do they go? Let's follow 3 former presidents and take a peek at where they chose to live after the White House and why they chose to live there. Welcome to Lux City. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel and smash that notification bell button for more videos on the elevated life. And don't hesitate to leave a comment below and destroy that like button. I don't want to keep you waiting, so let's move on to the video. Barack Obama. President from 2009 to 2017, Obama has always been transparent about his plans after his presidency. He opted to stay in Washington, D.C. instead of buying a property so that Sasha, his youngest daughter, could finish school. They decided to rent out a home in Colorama, one of the most expensive neighborhoods in D.C., and home to leaders of industry, major philanthropists, politicians, ambassadors, sports team owners, and the likes. So you can imagine that home translates to mansion. The Obamas rented out an 8,200 square foot, $6.2 million mansion that has 9 bedrooms and 8.5 bathrooms. The mansion is a paradox of sorts. The exterior has a vintage cottage rustic feel, while the inside is the complete opposite with a minimalist modern design. The entire home has a color theme of white, gray, and black accents, especially noticeable in the kitchen. The absence of a full kitchen staff is noticeable, and in its place are state-of-the-art appliances. Well, when you don't have a full kitchen staff anymore, then it makes sense to have all the high-tech appliances you can afford. A nice touch to this kitchen is a nifty nook where you can store books such as recipe books for easy reference. You can also store drinks here. In addition to the main living room, there are several sitting areas where you can have some quiet moments or chat with visitors. Despite the contrast of the exterior of the house with its interior, the window panels tie the design elements together very neatly. The windows have a vintage design while also having sleek lines and minimalist colors of the interior of the mansion. Despite the minimalist colors, the main living room is spacious yet cozy. It has a big fireplace to warm you during wintry nights. And of course, it sports the gray and white colors of the house. The dining room has a vintage feel to it because of its weathered wood ceiling, which gives a nice contrast to the white walls. An unusually designed chandelier hangs over the dining room table and is sure to be a conversation starter. The bathroom has the most quirky feel of it all. It shows off a busy black and white wallpaper with a black, white, and gray tiled floor. The upstairs living room is spacious and light, perfect for spending time with the family, watching movies, or playing board games. Then, there's a room that can be used for working out or for reading. The master bedroom has a clean, sleek line yet is comfortable. It showcases vintage windows to one side and has a walk-in closet that actually has a bit of color other than white, black, or gray. When you walk outside to the back, you'll find a large courtyard and a large backyard where you can chill, lounge, and get some sun. George W. Bush. You could say that George Bush, who was president from 2001 to 2009, was a president of extremes. Among all the US presidents, he received some of the highest and some of the lowest approval ratings. In spite of it all, Bush never hid his country roots. When he left the White House, he went back home to his ranch home 25 miles west of Waco, Texas. It is called the Prairie Chapel Ranch, and he actually received guests there during his presidency. Heads of state such as former German Chancellor Angela Merkel, former Israeli Prime Minister Ariel Sharon, Russian President Vladimir Putin, former Prime Minister Tony Blair, former King of Spain Juan Carlos, and former Saudi King Abdullah count among his visitors, as well as other prominent world leaders. Prairie Chapel Ranch is the perfect place for Bush to rest and recuperate. Set on 1,600 acres, the ranch boasts 40 miles of bike and horse riding trails, a large grove, and 3 miles of land along a river, a 22-acre man-made pond 17 feet deep which Bush had filled with fish. The 4,000-square-foot home on the ranch has 4 bedrooms and has easy access to the outdoors from almost every room. It feels light and spacious with floor-to-ceiling windows that offer panoramic views of the surrounding landscape. It also has a 10-foot porch with a roof, so that family and friends can spend time on the porch and enjoy fresh air even when it rains. Southwest of this house is a guest house and a garage. The most unusual thing perhaps on this ranch is a helicopter hangar, definitely an unexpected structure on this ranch. Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton became president in 1993 and ended his second term in 2001. He had a bit of a scandal in 1998. Prior to his presidency, Clinton lived in a modest government-provided housing for nearly 18 years. So when he left the White House, the transition back to normal was a big change for him. From his pre-White House years, he moved to 15 Old House Lane in Chappaqua, New York. The $1.7 million 11-room Dutch colonial has a floor area of 5,232 square feet and sits on 1.1 acres in a woodland New York suburb in Westchester County. The home has a large white fence with a small gatehouse. There is also a lush front garden, while in the backyard sits the garage and a red shed. The home has a functional and comfortable dining room and a cozy study with bookcases lining one wall. Items from Clinton's presidency and global travels can be seen throughout the house. There are unique and beautiful items from Asia, Africa, and the Pacific Islands. Besides the house in Chappaqua, the Clintons also bought a home in Washington, D.C. for $2.85 million in 2000. This 5,500-square-foot house on Whitehaven Street in an area known as Embassy Row served as Hillary Clinton's base when she served as a U.S. Senator. The Georgian-style home sits on a tree-lined parcel of land that is just over a third of an acre. It has 7 bedrooms, 5 baths, and several living spaces. The interior design features curved doorways, interesting accents, and bright colors. The bold wall and furniture of the formal dining room makes for appetizing meals and great conversations. There is also a family room with an ample bookshelf, as well as another room that is usually used for meetings. Thanks for making it to the end of our video. Which part did you find the most interesting? Type it down in the comment section. And if you like this video, don't forget to destroy that like button. For more videos on luxury, subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell button. As always, thank you for watching and catch you in the next one.